bought were bought from carpenters?
Yes, I don't know where it bought it from. Yes,
Most
obviously.
likely. Okay, so now nobody does this at the standard you do. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes.
Then how do you intend to spend this 10 million
So
or
we want to scale
utilize it?
production because
Say
in
that
our
again.
scale production because in our pipeline, this is not the only thing we are building. We're also building, hoping to build, which is already I'm already working on, is a slide. I mean, a slider. I'm sure you'll have seen it in movies where they are panning on a rail. So that's slider. So they are panning on obviously, and this also is also film equipment. This gimbal, those tripods are film equipment. Light is film equipment. I'm definitely getting there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, a final question from me. Yeah, let's talk about distribution, right? Yes. So this is hardware you need to do you produce in like large quantities ahead of time and store in a warehouse and then you then move it when a customer makes an order, or you only make when there's an order? And also, what are your major distribution channels that you, or what distribution channels do you think will be instrumental for your success?
Okay, resellers and rental houses. So resellers, which is the OK Japan camera trader, I've supplied them already, and rental houses like the Next Thought and any other big rental house would also stock them up. So I build some, and then I wait for others too. I mean, because people you can customize the color that you want. So that is, I wait for others. I have somebody here that's pre-ordered today. Yeah, today.
Okay, thank you. That's
Thank you, sir. Maybe gonna clap for me now. Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing session. Me, I learned a lot. I think, would you need this in the house? Can I get this thing to just make use of it in the house? Is there any use of this in my house? My side bed, my bedside too. All right. Don't we'll be talking after now. All right. So we're going to be calling on the next person. He's going to be pitching to. Can we put your hands together as we welcome Mr. Farouk Abolaji? Put your hands together for me, please. One. Wait. You need to clap for them. It's not easy to stand before people. So when they are going, clap. When they are coming, clap. Can you put your hands together as we welcome Mr. Farouk Abolaji? All right, Mr. Farouk, we're waiting for you.
Hi, good day, everyone. My name is Farouk Abalaji. I'm delighted to be here. I'm the founder of El Zamani Concepts. I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun State. I come from a humble background, a background where opportunities were limited, a background where dreams were hard to chase, where it is hard to have a big dreams. Instead of letting that to stop me, I have built my skills through photography, videography, video editing, and also graphic design. Over the years, I've self-taught myself through my skills, especially photography. That's my area of focus. What started as a struggle, survivor for me, has grown into a vision to build a world-class creative studio in Nigeria. Not just to inspire, especially for those that come from where I'm coming from. Yeah. And with the right support, I want to turn El Zamani's concept vision into a reality, into a brand that will deliver impact, legacy, and deliver global standard visuals. In Nigeria and in Africa, We have a full raw creative talent, but most of us we lack tools, mentorship, and world-class creative studios. With El Zamani concept, we'll produce a professional's content for brands, a professional content for individuals, most especially those that are coming from where I come from, and also to bring my vision and my big dreams to reality. And also, I want you to join me to build El Zamani concept, not just a studio, but a legacy. Because I believe legacy is not just a word, it's not just a logo, but it's an impact in people's life. I'm not just asking to invest in me, but to turn a vision that can transform life and put untold African story into spotlights. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Farouk. You didn't tell us your ask. You asked for help. Do you want to follow me home?
No.
Should I
My
follow?
ask is 10 to 15 million to start up as a startup.
How do you intend to utilize that?
Yeah. 4 cameras, lighting set up. Let's say 4 to 5 million. Branding and marketing. Let's say 2 million. Studio setup. Let's say 3 million.
Where do you intend to set up the studio?
I would love it to be where I come from, but I love it in Lagos here.
Where do you come from?
I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun
Okay,
State.
so you love for it to be in Abeokuta.
Yeah, but I love it in Lagos.
Okay,
here.
so why you? I mean, if we count now,
Yeah,
I can bet that there are maybe over 1 million Farouks out there.
yeah.
You know, from Oro, from Kwara, from Ijebu, from Kebbi. People who came from, you know, really humble backgrounds, and they've been able to. So why you? Why should it be you?
Why me? My proven also, my strong passion, clear vision. Because I found my purpose in the photography, and I intend to impact life and make it a big dream some days to come to reality. You're welcome.
Hi, Farouk.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the presentation. But I have 2 questions.
Okay.
What makes your studio, what makes it different? Again, as you can imagine, there are probably hundreds of thousands of studios that we can walk into today in Lagos, in Abeokuta. In your house, you don't even need to set up a studio to be able to deliver good videography today. Some of those things have even been cramped into bite sizes, right? That are more impactful, working out of your home, right? So what will make your studio different, and why a studio? First question. Second question is, in today's world and just how competitive that space is, how best do you think you can monetize this?
Okay.
Because you can imagine on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, they are all there, right? What's unique about how you monetize this studio?
Your first question.
Why is your studio different? What's different about your studio?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe there are a lot of untold stories about Africa, so which I intend to bring to global audience, not just a studio. Yeah. You said?
Do you think you need a studio to be able to do push that narrative?
Yeah, I think so, cause I would love to train and mentors young creative, upcoming young creative like me that are coming from where it is art. Yeah. So I think I need a studio for that. Yeah.
Okay. The second question is on how best you think you want to monetize this.
Okay. Yeah. I've been building myself because I believe in myself and I believe whatever I want that I set my mind into, that I put my focus into, I can do big things from it. And to monetize it, I think I just have to do the right thing and do me. Did I answer your question?
No.
Okay.
Because again, I believe in myself too. And I know that whatever it is I put my hand to will work, right? I also have some spiritual backing, right? Faith is not a strategy. So again, that right thing that you said, if you do the right thing, what is that right thing that you will do?
Yeah. To position myself and to learn more about the market. You're welcome.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one question for me. What is the studio going to? Firstly, who is the studio for? So, are you maybe let me put it this way. What would the studio be for? Are you expecting individuals like me to walk in for photo sessions, photo shoot sessions, or what's going to be the use case here?
You know, yeah, something like that too. But I prefer it to be a booking studio, and also it might be a working studio. But currently, doing internship with C3 Pictures. I'm learning more about wedding photography. So that's what brought me there right now.
One, maybe less of a question and more feedback.
All right. Sorry
I
about
think you have a lot of thinking to do, but alongside your thinking is documentation.
it.
What are you trying to do in very clear terms? Who is it for? Who is going to be paying you? What are they paying for? What makes you unique? Why would they come to you rather than anyone else? Because you've not answered those questions, unfortunately.
Wow. Mr. Farouk, maybe you answer it another time.
Good afternoon,
Good
Farouk.
afternoon.
Thank you for your pitch.
Yeah.
I'm just to write on what he just said. To be bankable, you must be able to show. And in showing, your numbers have to speak. I didn't hear you talk about what you've done so far. Yes, you are interning, but what have you done personally outside your internship? How have you grown? Where did you start from? Where are you and where are you headed? It's very critical to have everything written out. And so that when you come to a pitch like this, right off the bat, I mean, someone is giving you a thumbs up. I just thought to add that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please come hands together for him. Thank you so much. That was Samani concept. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I like the way he was very calm and very collected. I'm always here and there, so I admire that about him. So while this session was going on, we have the fund manager at Utica Cap, Aderonke Osho. Please come put your hands together for her. Yes, thank you, Ma. You're very much welcome. So we have the next person. We have Olobo Hamza. So Olobo Hamza is going to be presenting. He's going to be talking to us about his business and what he hopes. I hope as as you are watching and how they're talking to other individuals, you are learning and knowing how you can best put yourself out there. Good luck to you guys, and I'm rooting for each and every one of you. Come bring us together as Olobo Hamza comes up. Thank you so much. So you have 5 minutes for your presentation and 5 minutes for the judges to speak to you. Thank you. All right.
Good afternoon. Is it okay if I stand? Okay. My name is Shaibu Hamza Olobo. I'm a traveler, documentary photographer, and documentary filmmaker from Nigeria. For the last 8 years, I have dedicated an entirety of my time and my life's work towards traveling through rural Nigeria to culturally relevant areas in search of authentic African stories. It started just as a travel thing, a passion-driven thing. But as I kept going and I started to explore these places, I realized that there was a very big disconnect in our perception of our African heritage and our practice of it. So because of this, I started to do some research. And what I found out was that among the Nigerian youth and even the elites, we all believe that our African cultural heritage, our cultural values, are a necessary sacrifice in our pursuit of global inclusion. This is rubbish. And then I started to think that something needed to change about this because most of the time, down to even our political issues and all of the things we face in our everyday life, we can trace many solutions back to understanding who we are, what we do, and exactly where we are coming from. Now, in looking at the cultural landscape of Nigeria and me being a creative, I started to think of ways that I could solve that problem to revive the pride that we once had in our African heritage. What I decided to do was research. And in researching, I started to attend festivals. And I started to look into the things that already existed in how we are already advancing the frontiers of our cultural heritage. So I started to attend festivals. I attended a lot of them, and I noticed that there was a peculiarity in the way that they are organized and the way that they are done. Lovely. But one thing is, with creatives like us, yesterday somebody mentioned Neyi Fagbemi. I love his work. What Neyi Fagbemi does is that he goes to places and he brings you back beautiful images. He has taken images from the Ojude Oba and from other places. I have visited more than 100 festivals within Nigeria over the past 8 years, and I have gathered a lot of content. One thing I can tell you is that when you look at my images from these festivals, they reflect the beauty in a captured moment. But when you are on ground in those places, what you experience is far from what you see in the images. That is because there is a terrible lack of organization, there is a lack of cultural, there's a lack of ethics and all. And our festivals do not meet global standards. Because of this, I said, I am going to create a space where our true African cultural elements and our heritage comes to shine without prejudice and without judgment. Because one of the problems is that whenever you're unapologetically African, the very first thing you encounter is judgment. And that is how the Afro Court was born. What is the Afro Court? The Afro Court is very simply, like I said, a space for authentic African expressions. Now, that is the passion of it, and this is how I came about it. The next thing now is the numbers of it. As I started to do more research into the Afro Court, I realized that, sorry, let's go down. Let's go down. Okay, sorry, let me leave it here. I realized that looking at it, because this is very much in tune with the tourism space, and I realized that the numbers for Nigerian tourism are not doing well. And I have a job with a company called Absolute Africa, where we do inbound tourism and we take foreigners around and all of that. Through all of these things, I realized that even though Nigeria last year had only about 4.3 million inbound tourists. Now, guess what? Ghana has the same numbers, and Ghana is only the size of one state in Nigeria. And what is it that Ghana has? Do you know that for an entire year, the only tourism statistics that they had was from the Afro Nation Ghana? That shows you the power of one event. And that is why the Afro Court. Why I'm very confident with these numbers is that I have run the Afro Court for 1 year. The Afro Court ran last year. This is year one. In year one, the Afro Court cost us 15.5 million naira. I did a lot of marketing, but I didn't get much. I raised 8.5. I raised 8 million naira from my personal funds. And then the rest came from some partners that I was lucky to have. Mayola has been the biggest partner, and Absolute Africa, who I work with. They brought 5 million and 3 million. Now, when we ran this project, I am not a business person. I ran it strictly from passion. But what I realized was, even though I was not looking at the business aspect of it, 15.5 million naira expenses through vendor booths, ticket sales, and all of that, we were still able to raise 7 million naira. It was a loss, yes, but that was just the first year. Now, what am I asking? The AfroCourt is now ready for its second year. Second year, these are my projections. I am expecting to spend 50 million naira this year, in 2026, on the AfroCourt. And through this, from everything that the season one has taught us, we know for a fact that with the business model we have in place, and from the people that we have now hired into our team, we are definitely going to be able to make positive numbers. And it is simply a no-brainer for anybody who even has half a brain. So these are the projections.
Thank you, Hamza. Your time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It is a big project. It is a big project.
All right, judges.
So quickly, my ask is very simple.
Judges. Thank you. Judges, what do you have to say?
Your ask.
Thank you. My ask is this: 30 million naira grant for phase 2 of the project, or 100 million naira in exchange for 5% equity for 10 years.
For 10 years?
Yes.
Okay, some guys are here. All right, but beautiful. What's your first name? Shaibu?
Olobo.
Olobo. Where are you from?
Kogi State.
Kogi, okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. And you're quite passionate about this, and you didn't stop at your passion. You've gone ahead to put your feet in the water and execute this. The first note I took was, if you go back to the first slide, not a question, just a comment. I don't want to forget. So I was struggling to see what it is about. Okay, it will probably come on. Okay, so what you have there is a celebration of African cultural excellence. However, you said something which was quite punchy. You said AfroCourt is a space for authentic African expressions.
Yes.
There's a way that's very sticky. So I'm just suggesting, saying instead of a celebration of African cultural excellence, a space for authentic African expressions is quite sticky. You might want to consider that. Having said that, what's the vision for AfroCourt? Is it an event? Is it a product? What's the offer? What's the big deal?
Okay. There are several visions depending on who is asking. Well, first of all, the vision for the person who is getting the experience is, like I said, a space for you to come and soak in your African ethnicity. Yes, there is a different theme every year. And maybe I'll have the time later to take you through.
What was the theme for last year?
The African Shrine. Yes, as you can see. So what we did with that, both. There's an outdoor part and an indoor part. Yes. It was one day, but for the next, it's going to be 2 days. Yeah. So what we did with the African Shrine was that we recreated the African Shrine in the arena, and we also use a lot of technology and all of that because we want to speak the language of today to the people of today. It's appealing to the people of today. So we did a lot of work on the set design and all of that. So when people came into the AfroCourt, they came into the shrine, and it was very well researched, such that the experiences we deliver at the AfroCourt are true to what you will have from their places of origin. So to an extent, it's also targeted at people who want to gain African experiences, but do not have the ability for their own reasons to go to the places of the origin of those things. So we bring them home.
Thank you, Lobo. I think my first question is around, with the last events, what were the main risks? The second question is on understanding the target audience, and just how from the last event, ticket sales, I know you have put the revenue streams there, but just again, what were the learnings? The first question is the risk learnings from the last event. And the second one is how you're thinking about earning from this, the people, the target audience for this event.
Okay. For me, the risk of this event is not in the delivery, it is in the research. I am promising to give people experiences that are true to their places of origin. So you can only imagine the kind of research we had to do, because if we are saying when you walk into this place, you're literally walking into the African Shrine, it had to be true. So we had to do all the research, including everything she's putting in her mouth, the symbolism, everything had to be accurate, because we know that we are also targeting people who are experienced in these fields, researchers, authors, who walk in there and be like, no, that's not right. So we had to get everything right. That was one of the risks, I think the biggest risk we took. Then secondly, sorry, I forgot the second question.
Second question is around the revenue. How you're thinking about target audience and revenue.
So the target audience, first of all, is Africans who need to understand more what they are about so that they stop thinking Africans. It is the Afroport, Africans. And then secondly, inbound tourists, because it's a platform that should go global. 4.3 million inbound tourists spent $17.3 billion in Nigeria. If we can only get 1% of that through the Afrocort, which is similar to the numbers, one event in Ghana is giving them over 60% of their annual tourism GDP. We do not currently have an event like that, and we have events that have cultural heritage status. The one in Argungu Fishing Festival, we have the Ojude Oba Festival, we have the New Yam Festival, the Leboku Festival, we have the Doba. All of these things, Oshun Oshobo, they are inscribed. Yet none of them is doing a quarter of the figure that one event in a country the size of one state in Nigeria is doing. Scalability, research, process. I work with inbound tourists. One thing I realize is that we very rarely have returning people, because when they come and have an experience of what we put, they don't want to come back. But when you go to the Festival of Colors in India, you go to the Lato Martina in Italy, you go to festivals like the Afro Nation, every year these people have technological advancements pushing the frontiers of what we understand as heritage promotion. So people always want to come back. So if we have a returning figure on these things, trust me, in the year 3, if you invest your money, the Afrocort is going to become a flagship event that people are going to be marking their calendars for. Whether or not you invest, trust me, just watch out for this name, the Afrocort.
Wow, wow. It just keeps getting better, better, and better. Please get me together one point. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, he's as confident as I am. I'm very confident with the mic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're done with him, right? All right, please put your hands together once more for him. Put your hands together once for me. All right, we leave this year. Afrocort. So most likely I'll be attending Afrocort next year. I'm hoping that he's funded. But if he's not funded, like he said, we're attending Afrocort next year. All right, so we have our next participant. His is very, very unique, I won't lie. It borders around what I studied in school. So I studied around the environment. So every time I see something green, it triggers me, gives me goosebumps. So we have Isaac Eto, right? Isaac Eto of Arts Echo. Can you put your hands together for him? It's a big thing to stand here. Can you put your hands together for Isaac Eto? So here's your pointer. You have 5 minutes, and I'm going to come after you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. You all look amazing today. My name is Isaac Eto, and I grew up from a place where I grew up in Ajegule, Lagos Ajegule, where there are more wastes than there are opportunities. And I attended one of the sessions on Tuesday at the African Creative Market, and one of the speakers said Africa is a junkyard for the West. I mean, it's as bad as it sounds. There are opportunities in those statements, because yes, there are wastes here, but those wastes can be turned into something artistic, something that can be of value to Africans, to us, something that tells our story. So I'm creating a creative enterprise article that is at the intersection of sustainability, the arts, and the economy. So we are partnering with waste collectors to collect these wastes and link them to artisans, to artists that makes furniture, to artists that are into the creative space that makes let's say an object for photography, props for photography, anything of that can come out from waste. So that's what at Article we are all about doing. And we tend to like show some of these artworks through exhibitions, through art galleries, and even on online marketplaces where people can easily access and make purchase or like to own something that tells our stories in their house, in their offices, or even on the streets. Right? I was walking through the Onewo Road, and I saw one of those giant artwork, and I was just amazed because there's something that comes from waste. So there's so much opportunities that is from there. And Africa is a place where there are so many creatives, and it's easy for us to get these stuffs and turn them into something that the world would listen to. The problems are, like I said, are waste. It's everywhere in Nigeria. We are like, it's like the speaker said, Africa is it's a junkyard for the West, and millions of this waste goes are discarded every year. There are nobody that are utilizing this waste to make beautiful works of art, and creative industries struggle with access to some of these materials, and the waste piles up why creativity is undervalued. How is it undervalued? Because they don't have access to some of this waste. What we are providing as a solution is a platform that gets these wastes and connects them to artisans who transform this waste into valuable works of art and showcase them for global audience to see, to make purchase, to and that even empowers them, to earn a living from this, and also impacts our storytelling because we are Africans. We have a story to tell. The world is yet to even see half of what we have to tell. What I'm asking for is 15 million in investment to get a space where where we keep this waste and invite the artisans to like transform them into works of art. So that's what I'm asking for. The opportunities like are vast because the creative Africa's creative economy is booming. It's a $4.2 billion market. The global demand for sustainable art and eco-conscious products is on the rise. Waste to Art offers a new market intersection between sustainability, creativity, and the enterprise. An article positions Africa as a global leader in sustainable creativity. Our value proposition for creatives is a platform to monetize their creativity and gain global visibility. For buyers and collectors, it's a unique and story-driven artwork for them to tell their story. I mean, everybody has a different story that they want to tell. Somebody walking on this road has a different experience of what this road is telling him from another person. So like it's unique to each individual. And for partners, the corporate social responsibility alignment, brand reputation, and measurable environmental impact, because everybody now wants to get involved into something that promotes sustainability. So it's the market is huge. The creative economy in Africa is projected to grow at 6% annually. Sustainable art and recyclable products market is growing worldwide. Nigeria and Africa have a large waste supply. Like I said, Africa is like a junkyard for the West. And early adopters, art collectors, eco-conscious consumers, and corporate social responsibility driven companies are people that we plan to work with as we grow. Creativity is what guides us. The business model is commission on every sale. So while we are putting this out, people are purchasing. Of course, we want to give the author of this art what they work for. So it's a means of empowerment because they are making money off this waste, and we get a 10% commission of this waste. And we plan to partner with CSR art acquisitions and sponsored exhibitions. Our impact, we are impacting the environment by reducing the waste that's on the environment. Economic, there's new income streams for artisans, people pick waste and creators. I mean, it's something that flows. It's not just the artisans that are making money. People that are giving them this waste are also making money from it. So it's a wide chain of empowerment. Culture, it tells our story. African art is showcased globally because everybody has a story to tell. We have not even started telling our stories yet. So there's still a lot more that needs to be told. And there's still a lot more that people are yet to see Africans for what we are. For youth empowerment through creativity and entrepreneurship, everybody, the artisans now have a means of empowerment, of having something that earns them, that gives them an income. So it's a huge impact for them. And at Article, we really want you to join us in not just pushing creativity, but in also making our environment cleaner by using this waste that people see, that opportunities for us into something of value.
Thank you, Mr. Isaac. Your time is up. Wow. Environments. Judges? All right.
Thank you very much, Isaac, for your presentation, and particularly because it speaks to sustainability and greenery. So I'll give you a feedback first before I before I ask my question. Sometimes I'm amazed when people just call money. I'm like, really? If only you knew. Um, you see, when you mentioned your ask, I didn't hear what it is for. And it's important to always state what your ask is for. Look, even 10 naira, anybody who wants to invest in your business wants to know what exactly you want to do with that amount of money. Do you get? So ensure that at every point where you're mentioning XYZ amount of money, always let there be a line for every amount. I think the last person that presented did that. He said, oh, this for equipment, this for this for that. And be very clear on it. Now, that's by the way. I was a bit confused at a point, to be very honest with you. I didn't know what you were pitching because I was asking myself, where's the handshake here? Are you the artist? Are you the one gathering the waste? I didn't see that clear distinction from what you're presenting and how it ties into art. I think you need to be very clear on that. There's a need for clarity on every level. Where are you positioned in all of this? I think that wasn't clear for me, and it would be nice if you can clear the air. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. As regards the ask, yeah, I mentioned that, but as you rightly said, I didn't like specify what social amount is going for. I just mentioned that to get a space where we put these waste materials and get the artisans to come work for, to come use to make their crafts. And as regards what article is it's a platform, it's an online platform that connects these artisans to this waste that people are discarding, and create a space where they can actually utilize this waste to build whatever it is that they are inspired to build. So I'm not an artist. We are not artists. We are just a platform that connects them. It's like Facebook. Facebook does what? It's just connecting two people.
So technically, if I hear you, you are the middleman.
Yes.
You are the one that connects the artists
Yes.
to the waste collectors, right?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much.
So I have a question on, well done, Isaac.
Thank you.
I have a question on being the middleman. Because again, as you can imagine, a number of people are doing this, right? What is the stickiness, right? So why will I, as an artisan, keep coming to you? Because again, there are various ways to get this waste, right? So I can go source them directly myself. Why will I keep coming to you? That's the first question. And then the second question is, in typical middleman kind of business, right? The margins tend to quickly squeeze. And what that means is your commission that you've said you will earn from tends to reduce with time if there's no added value. So how are you thinking about that? So two questions. What's the stickiness? Why will I keep coming to you? And the second thing is, how do you keep ensuring that your commissions don't drop?
So the first question, yeah. What we are doing is so I think I've can you for the first question.
The first
Okay,
one.
yeah, why they will keep coming to me is that the network, right? Yesterday when Mr. Adedayo was presenting, he said something that why he's building the Adedayo Center is to give photographers a place where they can actually exhibit and make and like earn a fortune from their work. And it's not that they cannot individually go out and sell their images on platform like Shutterstock on Pixels, right? It's because if they do that, like they are limiting themselves to the kind of audience that will actually pay them like for that will actually give them the actual worth of their product, right? I'm opportunity to like attend the sessions at Africa Creative Market, and I met with some high-profile individuals that are in this space. So what they do is that they own a gallery. Some of these artists they've never They've never seen their work in places like galleries or places like museum. They just sell their products. And once they do that, like that's the end of that circle. They are not no longer the owner of that product. Their story at that point is like it's sold to the person that they sold it to. So what we are doing is we are giving a platform where their product continues to live because we are not just selling them to individuals. We are also exhibiting some of their products in places like in art galleries, in exhibitions, right? People get to even bid for some of their products. They don't have that platform themselves. We are building that platform for them.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all,
Now,
right?
the second
That's
question.
how long we can take. That's how long we can take. That's how long. Copies, can we hands together for him? Can we hands together for him?
I thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you so much. You can drop the pointer.
Yes.
Like I said, it keeps getting better. The people keep getting bolder. All right, we have the first lady of today's conference. Yeah, the first lady that is speaking today. And Mr. Lakwe, I know you're ready for her. You know, you mentioned while you were talking yesterday and while reading your bio, I know you are out here to empower women. So I want you to look out for her. I want you to look out for her. So are you ready for us? So please, when she comes, I want you to clap. Don't forget, it's not easy to stand here. It's not easy to talk first before four good-looking judges because you guys are looking very beautiful. Normally, judges you look very STEM, but you guys look very amazing. I feel like I should pitch hi, my name is Leon. I'm an MC. If you believe in this project, I can mentor 1,000 MCs in Nigeria, like Joyce Daniels, like Mojiba. They just get people up to that platform. Ah, my God. Wow, wow. I'll collect your money. All right, all right, all right. Are you ready? Can we put your hands together as I welcome the first lady that we're pitching today, Mona Lisa Jideofor of Moxie and Mo. Can we keep clapping till she comes? Oh, just keep clapping, keep clapping. It's not going to take so much. It's not going to take so much. I will call her the first lady of. Yes, there's no other lady on that team. The first lady of this pitchathon. All right, put your hands together for her. You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So imagine this. You go to bed this night, and while you're sleeping, God gives you have a dream. And in that dream, you hear God tell you everything that you need to do to start a new business. He tells you the name of the business, what you need to do, who you need to meet. And then you wake up and you're so excited. You do everything you heard in the dream, and no one sees you, no one hears you. My name is Mona Lisa Jideofor. I am a writer, a creative, and a storyteller. I am also the founder and creative director of a creative agency called Moxie and Mo. So Moxie and Mo is a creative agency that offers creative solutions that help brands to be seen and to be heard. Like the question that I asked at the beginning, one challenge that a lot of businesses face is they know their work, they know their onions, but when it comes to showing themselves online, because these days everything is online, they don't really do so well. And we believe that everybody, whether this be a brand, an individual, a small business, whatever, we believe that everybody deserves to be seen and to be heard. And that's why Moxie and Mo was born. So Moxie means energy. It means audacity. It means determination. It means ginger. Nigerians call it ginger. And at Moxie and Mo, we believe that creativity needs some form of audacity. You need to be audacious in order for you to think outside of the box. And that's what we believe in Moxie and Mo. We are audacious thinkers and we seek to work with audacious, ambitious brands that want to be seen and heard. So we offer a wide variety of services, including brand identity development, video production, coverage, social media management, script writing, copywriting, content marketing, content creation, graphics design, motion graphics, creative direction, motion graphics, and a lot more. So you're probably thinking, what makes Moxie and Mo different from all the other creative agencies in the world, or in Nigeria at least? So number one is Moxie and Mo, we believe very much in the power of storytelling. We know the power that stories have. We know how a single story can move people in different parts of the world and cause them to buy into a particular thing, right? So we know this, we understand this, and we are very creative people. We are a team of people that we don't think outside of the box. In our heads, there is no box. So we're creative, we are storytellers, and we are bold. Our target audience is small to medium businesses, and this is because there are agencies in Nigeria, but a lot of times they cater to bigger multinational corporations, and we want to help bridge that gap where you don't have so much money, you don't have millions, but you want to be seen, you want to put out good content. We're there for you to make it happen. So over the past, Moxie and Mo was born last year, and between now and then, we've worked with a number of clients, some of which are seen here. We've done a number of things, including launching a documentary for an IT solutions company. We've produced ads for numerous companies. We've worked on written the script for this documentary. We've done the brand strategy identity for this company, and we manage the following pages. And one challenge that Moxie and Mo has faced over between now and then is obviously funding, and we don't have all the equipment that we would have. So we want to get more equipment. We have limited hands because it's still a growing brand. So we're asking for 5 million naira in order to be able to get more hands, in order to be able to run more ads, and in order to buy equipment. And beyond Moxie and Mo as a creative agency, we also, like I said before, because we believe in storytelling, we also have a CSR program where we basically go to the streets, interview people, depending on what the theme is. We've already done that. We did one for International Day of the Boy Child. We did one for Women's Day, where we go, we find out what real people go through and how, how their lives are. So we use that. That's a CSR project. No money from it yet, but basically helping people to tell their stories. Thank you.
Judges?
Okay, I'll go first. Thank you very much for your presentation. Beautiful, clear. I like the fact that you spoke through. However, you're a woman and I'm a woman, and I've noticed that all the guys here have been very audacious with figures. All the guys have presented before you have been very, very clear and big on their dreams. And I know that's a woman thing. We always want to play small. Don't play small. You have something beautiful going. And I think 5 million, maybe not. Even though you didn't show us what you want to do with 5 million naira. It'd be nice to know what kind of equipment you want to buy and the number of hands you want to employ. So that you can, of course, do more, definitely. Now, beyond all of that, what you've done so far, what has the turnover been like?
The turnover?
Turnover income, what has it been like? And maybe that would help you really sit down and tell yourself, in the next 5 years, this is what I want to have as income. And then you know how much exactly to ask for. I'm just in my head asking, if I had 5 million naira and I dropped it down on the table, what will more turn out from 5 million naira? I think you should go big on your dreams. There's nothing wrong in you going big. If you ask for 100 million today and tell us what you want to do with it and show us the numbers, how you would get to where you're headed, trust me, you find investors. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So your clientele so far looks good. It would be good to get a sense of how you approach or how you got those clients and how that's going to evolve over time.
So we do a lot of networking, which is why I'm here and have been part of the program before. But before now, so we do networking, and obviously we reach out, we pitch, we cold call, and then we also ask for referrals, really. So business development, proper business development.
Are you sector specific? Like, do you, or again, you can do it? What do you?
We're focused on corporate companies, but not in any particular industry.
The conflict in my head now. You said you're excited about working with smaller businesses that don't have a large budget for things like this, but then you want to work with corporate clients. So,
So
are you talking about the same people?
yes, so some startups are corporate companies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
could argue.
small corporate smaller. No,
Right.
bigger.
Yeah, what would you, if I am to go into the numbers, what would you say is a typical ad budget for that kind of a company for them to be an ideal customer?
Okay, so we don't run ads for them. We help
No,
them.
I mean like marketing. So I'm assuming whatever they're paying you will be coming from their marketing or ads budgets,
Yeah.
right? So how big is that budget for it to make sense for you as a customer?
So like as a customer or as a
For them to be your customer.
okay, $1,000
Okay. Per year or per month?
per month.
Okay.
All right. Hello, Mo. Nice presentation, great idea,
Thank you.
and decent ask. I'm curious, what are you offering in exchange of that ask? You did not categorize what kind of fund are you looking for? Is
For
it
a
a
grant.
debt, grant? Okay, for a grant. Okay. So grants are also usually tilted towards what's the word I'm trying to look for here? Not for profit or highly impactful businesses.
Yeah.
Do you have any slant of that in your model?
Yes. So one of the things I mentioned, if we had time, I would have shown you, is we believe so much in storytelling, right? And beyond storytelling for business, for money, we do this thing where we go onto the streets and we interview people, sort of like a vox pop, but documentary, really. Documentary, like mini documentary. So we've already done 2 this year and we want to do more. One thing that has held us back from doing more, because we have a lot in the pipeline, is really funding, because productions require money. So that's one thing that Moxie and Mo does beyond like the business side of it. We want to tell stories. We want people to see people that we want people to be seen, you know? Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Wow. Come here together for the first lady of today's business speech. And exactly on time. Exactly on time. That's quick, straight to the point, and it's like the judges loved her. You guys loved her. You guys were so chilled with her. That's all good. So we're the next person is getting mic'd up and is ready. We have House of Venosta. House of Venosta has something to say to us. He has something to pitch. So like I said, it keeps getting better and better and better. So from the first person to the second person and now. So are you ready? Can you put your hands together? As amazing as it is, that's my son namesake. So probably we might be siblings. Okoli Michael. Put your hands together for him. Put your hands together. Do we look alike?
Yeah.
You're welcome. Have a black.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Okoli Panda, and I'm the founder of Panda Media Entertainment and Productions, the producers of House of Venosta and Venosta Fashion Show. The fashion industry is a billion-dollar industry, but then we do not have more creatives being tapped in, especially young creatives that are trying to get monetized and get visibility. We have models who are trying to get on the runway shows, but they don't have the platform to do that. So Venosta Fashion Show is Venosta was gotten from the Latin word called beauty, and I'm trying to showcase the beauty of the African culture through arts and fashion. Venosta started as a dream where there was a lot of, we all know that there's a high level of ethnic bigotry going on right now. And I thought to myself, what unifies Nigerians? And I found out that entertainment unifies everybody together. By the time you see a lovely woman dressed in an Hausa attire and a fine Igbo man dressed in a lovely attire, you forget about the whole ethnic bigotry and, you begin to exchange contact. And, oh, I love your dress. I love your dress. And from there, love starts to grow again. So Venosa Fashion Show is a fashion show where we tend to showcase the beauty of the African culture, and we're trying to also project the African culture using art and fashion, and also try to give a platform for young models to be able to get seen, get monetized. So we try to scout models, we invest them by training the models, and we also try to scout for fashion designers. We have lots of fashion designers that are trying to get their lovely pieces out to the community and out to the global world. But then it's the number, by the time you look at the number of designers that get global representation, is almost criminal. And that's where Vanessa Fashion Show comes in, where we tend to give a platform for where the fashion designers, makeup artists, creatives at large have a platform where they can be able to grow. And we also started this edition. We're going to have the third edition of the Vanessa Fashion Show next week Saturday. That's the September 27th. And last year we launched our very first magazine called the Vanessa Fashion Magazine. And here with me, I have a copy of the magazine, which you can go through. So we're trying to have more cultural collaboration, fashion shows, awareness and empowerment, social impact. House of Honesty is a movement that aims to bridge the cultural gaps, promote unity, celebrate Nigeria's diverse ethnicity. Our target audience and the market, we have visibility, fashion enthusiasts, cultural enthusiasts, Africans in diaspora, the global audience interested in African culture. For the revenue model, we have the ticket sales, sponsorship and product, magazine advert placement, strategic partnership with fashion brands and industry players. So far, we've been able to partner with Airtel, Biloxi, Lamont Yogurt, Hawaii Enterprises, Seaway Group, that is the Seaway Table Water and the Sea Fresh, and also Nutri-Milk. These have been the headline sponsors of the fashion shows, and they're also they've been sponsors for the last two editions, and they're also headline sponsors for this year. The headline sponsor for this year is Lamont Yogurt in collaboration with Airtel. But Airtel is sponsoring on the face of Venostar. There's something we do every year where we try to make young models feel seen, feel loved. And we came up with a platform called Face of Venostar, where they try to feel like also a mini celeb, get ambassadorship deals and try to put them on the global map. Over the years, we've had our marketing strategies. We've been able to secure media partnership with Silverbird Television. Now we're currently in a partnership with Fashion Ghana in Africa, in Ghana, and also for the very first time, we're having our first international designer showcase on the fashion show all the way from Liberia. And we're asking for the 10 million naira, and the 10 million naira is going to be used for mentorship. We want to be able to mentor 50 young creatives by next year, and also to scale in the production. Fashion show costs a lot, and we're trying to grow up in the scalability of the fashion show. We're trying to also move from a Vanessa fashion show to a Vanessa fashion weekend, where we can have tours in both of the states in Nigeria and also in Africa. But by 2026, we're looking at having the very first edition in Ghana. And these have been the past sponsors. We have Sony, Biloxi, Cereal, Nutri-Milk, Care, Vitabiotics, and Dockland. The House of Venostar's impact. One way we ask him, what is the impact? We've been able to promote cultural representation, support African creatives, preserve and showcase African cultural heritage, contribute to the growth of the African fashion industry, commercial and monetization and visibility for young creatives. Most creatives do not know where to start from. It's either they're too short or they don't know how to work, and they really want to kickstart. So Venostar Fashion Show is that platform where we train you, we scout, we train, and you have like a mini graduation called the Venostar Fashion Show, where you can be able to now kickstart your career and be able to get commercialized, be able to get monetized, and also get jobs for advert placements. Funding and long-term visions said that. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. My question, two questions. First one is the 3.5 million in revenue that you made. Are you saying that's the value of goods that were sold at the fashion show, or that's how much came to Panda Media as like your own money?
Yes, we do not sell the product. We create a platform where designers can get seen and sell the product.
Got it. Okay, just wanted to be sure. The second question I have is, what's your background? So before all of this, what were you doing? Yeah.
Okay, I started off as a radio presenter, and from there, I'm also a filmmaker. I shoot fashion, I shoot movies, films. I recently just shot a short film on female genital mutilation. I'm focused on advocacy stories. So I try to shoot films that talk about societal happenings. The last film I shot on Hope won got the semi-finalist award in the US. Hope is a short film on rape and abortion. And just last year we won the best international short film in South Africa for a movie on psychological thriller and trying trying to for young girls who are trying to get needs, but then they have to sell their body because of they're not able to fund themselves. And basically filmmaker, and also I've interned with Mr. Shola Oyebade, who is the producer of the GT Co, of which he also attended the last year's fashion show. I've actually worked with him as a media partner for the last 5 years of Epic Fashion Show, Fashion Rave. My brand has actually been a media partner for the brand and also the lead brand strategist and PR. So most times the publicity that goes around the fashion shows like Fashion Finance Africa always comes from my brand, Panda Media.
I have a question on, again, this is just trying to understand the business model of a fashion show. Beyond maybe brand sponsorships, how else do you see this model making money? And then I recall you mentioned, again, some part of the money is supposed to be used for mentoring. How does that help you generate more income or add value to the company?
Okay, so we also run a modeling agency. So when we train and scout models, we sign them into our agency and make them marketable. So when you book a model, we get 20% of whatever comes in from that. So we do fashion shoots, we do fashion shows, brand commercials, and also we get revenue from ticket sales, merchandise, vendors placement. That's how we get funds.
What type of funding are you looking?
I didn't hear you.
What type of funding?
Grants.
Grants. Okay. How much again?
I said 10 million naira grants.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to take notes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's take this here. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Put your hands together once more for him. All right. You know, it's amazing to keep seeing different creatives. You know, what I was expecting initially was maybe photographers, photographers, photographers. So in my mind, I'm now wondering how will participant one and participant two be different? But sincerely, everybody's just bringing. Please work on this. All right, thank you. Everybody's just bringing something new to the table and they're just pitching perfectly. So we have our next person up already. And amazingly, I think we just have one more person after this. So we're about to round up. And you guys are just keeping to time. You guys are not expressing yourself as much as you should. Talk. Now I want to just come up and do my work and say, stop, time up. You guys are not making me do my job. I want to stop you right before the time. Are you ready? Alrighty, please, we're going to welcome Mr. Michael Christopher of M Classic Studios. Put your hands together for him. That's not enough. That's not enough. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. You have your pointer. You have your 5 minutes. Please waste my time. Let me come for you. Enjoy this, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, I have but one mission here, and the mission is to take a part of Lagos to Port Harcourt. For the past few years, I've been creating some amazing stuff with the entry-level camera, the kit lens. With that, I've created stunning images. I've groomed young creative photographers that are now practicing with other big firms. Now, but let me tell you what happened while I said I want to take a part of Lagos to Port Harcourt. A family flew all the way from US down to Port Harcourt to spend time with their family during the festive period. And then luckily I was booked to come photograph the family. Now, after photographing them, they told me, okay, I will take these pictures. They need the pictures and they need a photo book, frames. They will be traveling back by next week. So I said, okay, fine, I will deliver. Did the job. Then, but now here comes this. I had to send the job to Lagos because that's 59.9 or like 99.5% of top photographers in Port Harcourt print their prints here in Lagos. That's how bad it is. So I had to send the work to Lagos for them to print. And then before the work will come from Lagos down to Port Harcourt, the clients started calling because of, logistics, ups and down, and then they left that job. I lose the clients. The work is still with me, and then I lost the trust. That is one pain. This is me. How much more other photographers and creatives in Port Harcourt? Now the problem. Most studios and photographers in Port Harcourt still send their photo books, frames, and major prints to Lagos. This outsourcing creates delay, extra cost, and keep our creative economy underdeveloped. Even in my own case, I've lost high-end clients because my current equipment can't deliver the premium quality they expect. Now, the market demand is huge, but the tools are missing. Nigerian photo printing and framing market is worth 35 to 40 billion annually, with 3 to 5 billion as Port Harcourt's own share. Yet, most of this revenue still flow in Lagos. Now, the solution. M-Classic Studio is positioned to close this gap by offering full-scale in-house service, premium portraits and event coverage that competes with anyone you can mention here in Port Harcourt, like my boss here, local print and custom framing service, cutting edge, cutting the need for outsourcing, commercial photography for fashion, lifestyle, oil and gas, and family corporate brands, training and mentorship program. I have already trained some boys which are now good photographers, and then art exhibition, because that's my background too. I create artworks and sales of art paintings. Now, with upgraded equipment, we can immediately capture just 10 to 15% of the Port Harcourt market. Now, why I'm saying this is because even the printers in Port Harcourt, they are choked. They don't even meet up the very small printers we have in Port Harcourt. So that is one of the major reasons why we'll send some of our jobs here to Lagos. Now, creating the market very wild for investors. All right, sorry, let me go. Okay. All right, so the market opportunity. Nigerian fashion, lifestyle, and corporate branding photography is at 25 billion plus nationally, growing rapidly through wedding, social media, and brand advertisement. Port Harcourt alone represents billions in untapped revenue, yet creatives are underserved and slower down by what Lagos was dependent. And then a growing base of young talents are eager for mentorship and professional opportunities, which M-Classic Studio is ready to break, and which is another reason why I came here, to sharpen the wisdom and then get the necessary information I need. Now, funding, we're asking for 5 to 15 million. Now, one, to upgrade cameras, lightings, and production equipment, establish local printing and framing capacity, expand our training and exhibition programs. Now, why should you invest with us? Multiple revenue streams of income from the portraits, events, printings, framing, art sales, and training. Now, proven track record. We have already working studio. We have a running studio. We have local clients. We have mentees already active in the field. Now, pain that I'm asked to solve to reduce Lagos dependence. That's why I said I want to take a part of Lagos to Port Harcourt to reduce Lagos dependence and keep millions of naira circulating within the photography market in Port Harcourt. Now, clear scalability. A creative hub model that can expand across the southern Nigeria, impact-driven, creating 5 to 10 jobs in 12 months while training and empowering the young creative. Now, if you ask how your money will be invested, here is a breakdown of how I want to use the money. Now, the fund goes directly into high-level equipment, a large format printer, framing machine, laminating system, upgraded cameras, tools, and these tools cut out the need to outsource to Lagos, raise our profit margin, and give us full control. Now, investment opportunity. Now, I broke it down. If from 6 million to 7 million, this is the entry level. Now, what we're going to do with 6 million to 7 million is one, studio upgrade with premium cameras, lightings, and production. That's to add up with the ones we have. Now, a full frame camera as against the crop sensor that I'm using, prime lens and zoom lens at the basic, fairly you get that from about 2.5 million thereabouts. Now studio lighting modifier 1 million. So I just broke down everything. Now our focus for this level of entry is about so you said you want to do your job. All right. So now that's that. So let me just go fast. Now from 11 to 15 million, this is exactly the breakdown on how everything is. Now, the investment, what do you stand to gain?
Thank you, Mr. Michael.
Can I just...
Time's up.
All right.
Time's
Thank
up.
you.
Put your hands together for him. Put your hands together for him. Very detailed. We're working with time. That's why, but it's an amazing.
Okay.
All right. Judges?
Hi. Good. Well done, Michael.
Thank you.
What jumps at me here is 15 million is not a lot of money, right? Why is this not common? Like, why are people not doing this in Port Harcourt?
Now, the thing is, there are people doing it, but they're not doing it. They're servicing, the market is just too much. It can't contain us. The market is too wild. So for us to meet up, you just have to outsource.
So why are you not trying to do something way bigger, right? Like, why are you not trying to do 5 times the capacity of what the biggest guy is doing right now? What stops you from doing that?
Now, nothing stops me, but I understand the principle of starting small and then growing fast. So I have known the gap. So I want to enter the sea, then not just to throw myself into the ocean, but let me grow gradually. That's why you see I broke it down, and then I even estimated the days and the months and how long it will take me to even dominate the full market.
Okay, final question for me is, from your personal enterprise, as a photographer and all, what's your average annual revenue?
My average annual revenue should be,
or let's say in 2024. How much did you make in 2024?
Okay, let's say, if I am not mistaken, because I've not checked my bank statement for 2024, but what I've made so far for 2024, let's say 15 million. 15 million. Thank you.
All right. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm curious, as it said as well, Port Harcourt is quite cosmopolitan. If people are still sending the bulk of work to Lagos, it's raising my curiosity. Is it a skill challenge aside the, equipment, aside tools? Do you sense or suspect a skill challenge, a skill gap as well?
Well, I will not really say it's skill. Now, I would say most times it's the large form, as in the quantity, based on where I'm coming from and the few printers we know there. Sometimes you give them a job, you don't get it as when you want it. So maybe they are not big enough to handle such vast quantity. That's why we take some of them. So, and then for the smaller studios or the smaller printing press, they are our aids, like our Ronto. Most times you just give them the smaller ones and then they get it faster for you, and then before you go for the bigger ones. That's one of the major reasons.
The funding ask is a grant?
No, it's an investment.
Investment. That's why. Okay. Is it debt? Is it equity? Is it debt as in a loan, or it's an equity?
It's an equity.
You want to give out some of your shareholding?
Yes.
So what percentage of shares are you willing to give for this ask?
Well, I must say, I've not really considered that. So, but it's something we will sit down together and then we'll try that out.
That's fine. Thank you.
I want to circle back to the question he asked about the size of what you want to do. And again, I want to circle back to what Shulape said. Port Harcourt is a big city. So in fact, I'm shocked, one, that you say people have come to Lagos, but I also guess that it's probably the size of the businesses. I mean, this type of businesses in Port Harcourt. Now, again, why do you want to play small? If we say it's a 20 billion market in Port Harcourt, why do you want to do a 15 million investment? I need you to do the math in your head. 15 million, 20 billion. Does it really work? Again, in how many months would you be looking for funding again to expand that business? So there's a need to think beyond the now. What I'd have loved you to do is to do like a 5-year map. this is where we are I mean, this is where this is year zero, which is this current year.
Yeah.
And for every single year, this is what we're trying to. Photography is big. It's huge business. So I don't think, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a photographer. I'm not even in the business of photography, because pun intended. But 15 billion. What can it do for you? How many of your own people can you service with 15 million? And how long a time would you again come back to say, oh, I need more funding to expand? That's one. You may not answer me now, but it's something that I want you to think about. That's one. Two. If you say you did a 15 million naira income, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct? This year or last year?
Last year.
Last year. So how much have you done this year?
Okay. Now for this year, I would say, because I just wish I'm feeling
No,
like
you should
I
have
should
your
have
numbers.
just
It
have
should be
my
at your fingertips how much you've done this year.
from January till now, we've done like, let's say 7 to 8 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
you say 7 to 8, okay, let me pick the lower figure. Let me be conservative. 7 million. Let's add that to your 15 million. I'm assuming that money is somewhere that you haven't touched it. 15 plus 7. I'm assuming.
Okay.
So 15 plus 7 is how much?
15% over
15 plus 7 million is how much?
15 plus 7 million.
Yes.
That's about 22 million.
How much of that are you willing to put in this business?
Sorry, ma?
No, you want investment, right?
Yes.
Or 15 million naira.
Yeah.
You have 22 million naira. I'm just assuming. How much of that 22 million are you ready to put into the business, just in case?
Already, the business, we have on-ground studio that's functioning, that's running. I have staffs that I'm paying. So
Okay.
we want to upgrade our equipment. We have other equipment. So
Okay.
what we're looking for is to upgrade the equipment we have, and that will buy extra machines to expand.
Okay, with extra 15 million
million,
that you
yes.
do not have.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
That's
you
what
very
I'm asking
much.
for. Yeah.
Okay, just maybe some feedback here.
Okay.
When you started, I was like, okay, yeah, this is an interesting opportunity. If like if you all have to send your stuff to Lagos, why not build something in Port Harcourt? But then when you started talking about your breakdown of your ask, I don't know why you're trying to get cameras, because that's touching on your studio, not the printing capacity. Which I think is the opportunity here, right? So it sounds to me like you're trying to upgrade your business, which is the studio that exists already, alongside then starting something new, which is the printing angle. That will serve other.
Yes, that expand. That's exactly what it is.
You might want to separate it. Just saying. But yeah, got it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. You done?
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I was enjoying the session. We had to get up for him. All right, we have another individual, another amazing individual. I think we have one more person, then we are done. We have Mayowa Daniels. Mayowa Daniels, come here and for Mayowa Daniels. Are you tired of clapping? If you're tired of clapping, you come and pitch. We have Mayowa Daniels. Mayowa Daniels, are you ready for us? All right, thank you so much. Mayowa Daniels of Shorter Space. I love that name. It looks unique. I hope your project is. All right. It's working.
Okay, so my name is Mayowa Daniel. So first off, we want to appreciate the sponsors of this event, and also good afternoon to our investors also. My name is Mayowa Daniel, a creative photographer and the CEO of Oh Boy the First Studios. I've been into this photography business for 4 years professionally. And now I want to talk about Shorter Space. Yeah, my Instagram handle is Oh Boy the First. You guys can check it out. Oh Boy the First. Yeah, now, so in the world today, the world has moved in from traditional media to a culture of content creation. Since the occurrence of COVID-19, during the COVID period, after the COVID period, so many people have diversified into content creation. Is that not right? Yes, so many people do content creation today, and some people do it as a means to cure depression, tackle loneliness, or as a means of livelihood, while others do it to, as a means of unemployment because they make money from it. Now, from social media platforms to digital studios, there is a high demand of quality content, which is to lead. Sorry, there's a high demand of quality content, which a content space is needed, because with a content space, content creators and creative can come together and brainstorm and also create ideas. Now we'll talk about the Shutter Space. About us. Now, Shutter Space is a creative hub where ideas come to life through storytelling, visuals, and designs. We believe content is more than just words or pictures. It's an experience that connects, inspires, and leaves lasting impression. Do you guys like the image on the screen? Yes, it's a very beautiful image. So here, our space is built for dreamers, creators, and also brands who want to share their stories through clarity and style. And now, our services. At Shutter Space, we bring creativity and strategy together to help ideas shine. Our services are designed to inspire, connect, and also to create value. Now, in this content space, we also have photography and visual storytelling, which captures timeless moments with styles and emotions. And if you look at the images on the screen, they are also beautiful aesthetics. Nigerians love beautiful things, love where they can take take selfies and pictures. For the ladies, they like fancy things, sure you get. And also brand collaboration, partnering with individuals and businesses to create unique and impactful content. Now, our vision for this content space is to be a creative hub that inspires and connects and empowers individuals and brands through impactful and storytelling and innovative content. And also our mission. Now, what makes this content brand unique from other brands that we all know? Because there are a lot of content brands in Lagos, from Lekki, Ikeja, and Surulere. Those are like the fan base of content. If you go there now, you definitely see like a content space there. Now, our location. I'm basically not looking at that angle. I'm looking at another location where this space has not yet been saturated. I'm looking at Ali Mosho area. There we have places like Yanopaja, Egbeda. We have there's this school at Ojo, yeah. So those community, that is where I'm looking at. And also niche positioning. So imagine coming to a content space where we have a section for a fashion stylist, coming to a space where you want to book a content space, sorry, and you come in and you're like, I like this design, or this outfit I'm wearing is not nice. Let me hop on these designs. Sure you get. So this space is not like the normal content space that we all know. It's something different. Coming to a content space where hospitality is being displayed, coming to a content space where the aesthetics would blow your mind, because I'm a fan of luxury things. So definitely it's going to be a very luxury and, pleasing space. Now, education and inspirational value. Obviously, the content space is to educate people for those that want to do educational content and all of those things. Now, concerning the budget, now this is where our investors come in. I'd like to do like a breakdown. This is a profitable breakdown. Now, the startup for this content space would be a 10 million naira, which include the property, renovation and aesthetics setup, props and set designs, camera lightnings, generators. Definitely, we cannot rely on NEPA. So generators, inverters, and internet setup. branding, marketing, and website design, because we also have to push this brand for it to be visible to everybody. And now for our monthly costs, let's imagine making a monthly cost of like operating cost. Sorry, just imagine our operating cost for the month like a 500K, and also like a revenue stream. Each content studio today in Lagos charges from like 15 to 45K. So imagine having a booking of like 5 to 10 clients in a day, 5 to 7 clients in a day. If you do the maths, would get that. And also this content space, still on the breakdown, we also have what we call events and brand activities, where it's not just a content space. We can use it for like a small event for people to come in and do like a small gathering, which is not common with a lot of content space. Then we also have what we call partnership and membership. This is like a monthly pass for customers who come in frequently. So we can give them like a plan that, okay, for your monthly plan, you have to pay certain amount of money.
Thank you, Mr. Mayo. Your time is up. Put your hands together for him. You allowed me to do my job. Judges. All right. Any question? You guys have a lot of questions.
Okay, thank you very much, and well done for your presentation. I like your slides too. Well done. So are you asking for investment? Is what you're asking for?
I'm asking for a grant.
For a grant. Okay. I'm not a grant person, so maybe the grant we should talk about that. But even if you're asking for a grant, this is my feedback, not necessarily question. It's critical to present your numbers. Don't ask me to do the math. That's not my problem. That's yours. And I see that a lot with, forgive me, creatives. And we're not very big on numbers, and it's critical. Even if it's a grant, let it put it down. Let people see it. I see you don't rely on a grade, and it's cool. But what would that cost you? And even your income stream, which line? Because I mean, what I see you present here is a hub, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a hub, right? A hub, and you're not looking at these saturated places according to you. So if you were thinking of, for example, Alimosho is like the biggest local government in Lagos. Again, you can fact check that. How many content creators can you have in your space per time? And how much can each person generate for you? You need to tie it to your bottom line. It's very important that you don't play with your numbers. Whoever is going to give you a grant, trust me, they just want to see, they want to see your numbers. You spent a lot of time with I don't know the words I'm coming with what's the word now? Help me, please. I mean, you spent quite a lot of time with a number of other things, but when it got to the very important part of it, you wanted to run through or skip through, and they were not giving us. Yes, time is critical here. So you also have looked at your 5 minutes and probably started your numbers first, and then come down to the others. That's my comment. That's 1, 2. Now, why do you think Alimosho is not saturated? I'm just asking. Why do you think Lekki is not good enough and Ikeja isn't good enough? Igbagada isn't good enough. Why is it Alimosho? And what do you think will draw the creatives, at Alimosho to come to your space? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. Yeah, I picked Alimosho because I've done I've made some researches and I've discovered that there are no content spaces in this area. So this content space is not basically for content creators alone. It's there are some people who want to take like birthday shoots or something, and they will just come and use the space, or some people that wants to do all this branding basically. So they just come to make content. So it's not basically for content creators alone. And that was why I just chose that space, because I've done my research, and I've done my research on locations, because location matters too.
Okay, maybe a rider to your answer, it would be, what's the average visit to a content space? Now, I want to assume that while you researched on Ali Marshall, you also researched the areas that are saturated, right? Now, what's the average visits to those areas? And do you think that if you take it to Ali Marshall, you can double or triple, the numbers? Just asking.
Yes, yes. So I've also done my research. Taking it to Alimosho, for example, some content spaces on the island, they charge like 45 to 50K. And taking it to places like Alimosho, obviously for a start, I might not want to start with that high amount. So I might like want to like break it down for a start from like 30K for people to patronize. And in a day, I've seen instances of like 8 to 10 people for a content space in a day.
So let me play with the last more number. So 8 people in a day. Do they work Monday to Sunday, Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday? Let's assume that there's 8 people in a day. So 8 times. I want to assume that it's a Monday to a Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Sundays for rest. Monday to Saturday, that's 8 times 6, right? So 8 times 6, 8 times 4, give it the numbers, multiply it. I'm just
Yeah. It's a Monday to Saturday thing.
2030. So you're saying 8% per day. Is it peak period, off peak period? Are you saying the numbers remain the same?
No, with time, there are days when we might have like events, and that events for a day, there's a certain price to it, like it's 200K, depending on the events they are having. So it also varies too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that all? Can I put your hands together for him? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're down to the last person, but indeed it's not the least. We have Kolade Akono of Cap Studios. Just before he comes, they just need to mic him up quickly. Sincerely, me personally, I'm learning a lot because as time is going on, I think I need to start applying for funds and also for grants. Now you might ask, what does an MC need funds and grants for? Like, judges, why are you laughing? Don't you think we are creatives, right? I feel insulted. You are laughing. All of you that are laughing, I'm targeting each and every one of you. I'll speak to the judges. Okay, you smiled, Okoli Michael. Yeah, but sincerely, I think MCs can, yes, we can come out. We can what for starters one. What else again? What else again? Signature. Wow. I'm learning, I'm working. I always love this job. All right, who else? What do you think an MC is going to? Are you ready, Colade? All right, one more. What do you think? What do you say? Yeah, I actually have that. I actually have that. I'm meeting you after now. God sent you for me. All right, we have Kolade Akono of Cap Studios Academy. Can you put your hands together for him? Kolade, you have 5 minutes, or I'm coming for you. All right, here's your sticker. Enjoy yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kolade Apo. I'm a photographer, videographer, and the executive director of Cap Studios Academy. Cap Studios Academy is a vision born out of the need to train young photographers, the proper way to train photographers. A personal story of mine is that I've always known that I would end up doing photography. And when I was about to write JAM and I was looking for a photography school, I went through JAM brochure, but there was no university in Nigeria offering a photography course. And I had seen that gap very early. And the only way to bridge that gap was to learn online. I paid for courses online, thanks to YouTube. I'm sure there are so many photographers that would agree with me that you learned most of everything you learned on YouTube. This is a photo of me teaching core members. And I also realized that a lot of people at this stage do not know what they are going to do because they lack the skills to survive in the marketplace that does not provide enough jobs for Nigerian graduates. So the vision for Cap Studios Academy is born out of the need to train, like I said earlier, photographers and future creatives. So the unemployment crisis in Nigeria is there are so many unemployed people, and that is because they lack these skills to make themselves better at their craft and then earn very well. And then they find out that training is very expensive. If they were going to invest in training at that stage, they were going to spend a lot of money. So we are targeting young learners, young adults, teenagers, and you would say we're catching them young. This is me training young people in secondary school. I partnered with uh, an organization that trains federal government college students, and we're also targeting paying customers, young adults that are willing to pay tuition. Part of our corporate social responsibility is to train young teenagers that are interested in photography, give them 2 weeks or 3 weeks after school projects so that they have this desire afterwards. They are going to learn the professional aspects of photography. The solution is, and the gap that Cap Studios Academy is bridging, is that we are trying to get people from learners to earners. So the idea is, how do we bring this forth? We do this by affordable hands-on training. So while you are learning with Cap Studios, we partner you up with mentors. We run what we call a body system, where you are not just learning alone and you are feeling lost while learning. It's a daunting experience. I have experienced it, watching countless YouTube videos for learning the um, technical side to photography and post-production. Then you have access to shared professional equipment. So while you're learning, in the space in Cap Studios Academy, the vision we're building is that you have a space where you come in. You're not scared about the equipment, because equipment is also a very limiting factor for young photographers and filmmakers. Okay, the advantage is that we have a proven leadership. I have over almost a decade's worth of experience in photography and videography training. Our brand has been trusted and incorporated since 2019. We focus on employability moving forward. Okay, so our ask is, we're looking for 76 million naira, and the goal is to establish Cap Studios Academy as a hub for creative excellence. So when you think about a photography school, you're thinking about PEFT, you're thinking about Sholani Mashaun Photography Academy, you're thinking about Cap Studios Academy. And we are inviting strategic investors, partners, and mentors to help us scale this model. This is a breakdown of what our expected inflow would be: registration fee, tuition fee. We're selling digital courses. We are certification. We're not just going to be sitting on our hands. We are going to be making academy merch, tote bags, books and pens, t-shirts, workshops. And this is what we are projecting to spend most of the money on. We are looking to get equipment, photography equipment, cameras and lenses. We're looking to get laptops for facilitators to come in and train students. So you don't have to worry about a lot when you are learning with Cap Studios. We are also bootstrapping with 10 million naira. We know that we need to invest into this business as well. So we have our own seed funding from ourselves, which is 10 million naira. So it means that the total that we're actually looking for is 66, not 76 right now. So that's it so far. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. You guys are not clapping enough. I think this is the first creative that has given you guys numbers. Please show that again. Wow. Judges.
Can you go to the previous slide, please? Okay, so you want to enroll 100 students in a year.
Yes, so we're breaking it down in cycles.
Okay, what's the plan?
The plan is to enroll students every 3 months.
Okay, so is the learning period for 3 months, or it's like a level thing? So level 1 for 3 months.
Yeah, so that's the beginner phase.
Okay.
Then there's the intermediate phase.
Okay. So you expect to enroll how many to start?
Currently, we have 10 students. We have
paying 200,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have a location at Ikoyi, and we're looking to get a location on the mainland. So we have a mainland campus. So people that cannot make it down to the island.
So it's 200,000 for 3 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And do you already sell merch? Because I'm surprised.
Not yet. Not yet.
Why do you think people would buy the merch though?
We are trying to build a community. So when we get to that level, people have an emotional attachment to Cap Studios Academy, and they will be willing to buy merch.
So final question for me is 32 million. The goal is 32 million a year to start with.
Yes.
Um,
Projecting 3 years.
okay, so you're hoping to make about 96 over
Yes.
the next 3 years.
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of investment? Is it revenue share? Is it equity? Is it debt? Please don't say grant.
So initially, I was thinking, and again, the ask is we need strategic investors. I do not believe that all investment should come in monetary form. So we'd have mentors, for example, if Cap Studies Academy was partnered with the likes of Mr. Kola Ola, Oshalisi, this is someone that inspired someone like myself, and the there's a difference between imagining and then somebody showing you how to get it done, while you are getting real life briefs from real life clients coming in and saying, oh, okay, so for example, in class today, we're showing you a real life client with a real life problem. How do we solve this? How do we get this done? How do we create imaging solutions? So I do not mind selling equity, but I would like to put a time frame on it.
Okay. Just sorry, one more question. You have 10 students today. How many students have you trained so far?
So far, we've trained over 50 students.
In how many years?
That's about 5 years. We are launching
paying students now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how many of those 50 students are currently full-time photographers? Or at least photography is a big part of how they earn money.
Yes.
How many?
I can't give an exact number, but a lot of them are currently photographers, and they're doing well in their craft.
Okay, thanks.
Any other question? All right, thank
Any
you.
other revenue stream you're thinking about?
For now, this would be all.
Is that all? All right. I was waiting for you, Mark.
Okay, well, for me, because my colleagues have asked really solid questions. It is just so you had said you're taking beginners and intermediate levels.
Yes.
Why are you not taking experts at expert levels?
Experts don't need that much training at that stage. You're already a professional. You're already a professional at that
They're
stage.
professionals
Yeah.
because I'm just assuming that there's that chance for retraining and all of that as well.
Mm.
And it could go in your pipeline, right? So right now you're probably thinking, okay, the experts are all above me. But again, they want community, they want to give back and all of that. And you might have that along the line, as Finny had asked, any other chances for revenue making. Yeah, that's just it's just curious, question.
All right, one more. Yes, Mark.
I'm curious. So 200K, do you think it's cheaper than going to learn on YouTube?
It's beyond. No, it's not. But the idea of learning.
Have you done the calculation? Have you done?
Yes, I have. It's about the same amount if you're going to buy courses online and learn over time. But you'll be learning on your own, and that will limit you from getting to where you are going faster.
All right. Is that all? Is that all? Please put your hands together.
Okay.
One of the reasons why I'm happy, please come, could you stand beside me? One of the reasons why I'm happy you did this is that you just proved a lot of finance people wrong. From yesterday, I've been watching creatives, no numbers. Creative, please stand. They need to take a picture with this your numbers. Come, photographers, you need to create. When Dario Adedere Experience Center opens, we'll just have you here with your numbers. Put your hands together for you. Put your hands
Thank
together
you
for
very
That's
much.
amazing. All right. So we're gonna be moving. We're already done. Everybody has spoken and spoken so amazingly. So presently, we're gonna have the judges give us a feedback. So we just want no, I'm not saying you should tell us the winners here right now, but I want you to give us a feedback, so they can take something for. I'm not certain everybody's going to go home with something, but you fail when you don't even try at all. So some persons can come here and they might not live with money, but they can live with experience. They can live with a word, so that probably the next time they're doing something like this, they're going home with the bag. So I'm going to start with. I just love Miss Sholakwe. I don't know why. Maybe it's the blonde hair, but I just love it. So Miss Sholakwe, what's your feedback? Please pay attention.
Okay.
This is very important. Excuse me, Mr. Kolade. Okay, second. All right. So let's get the feedback, Miss Sholakwe.
All right. Well done, guys. It takes a lot to bet an idea. It takes a lot to start building it. It takes a lot to stand here, because I expect that you've gone through different processes before you go. I'll just give some feedback. I have seen some alliances that, maybe speaking for myself now, on the jury are not able to take, but then there's someone somewhere that I know would likely be interested that would establish such alliances. But generally, some things that I just want to see, particularly with pitching and presentation, is your creators, your creatives want to see that in your decks, right? Like, let me see the first deck and be like, okay, what's going on here, right? I didn't really see that. And like I said, you don't have to do everything by yourself. You can outsource these things. Canva, just get you are the creatives yourselves. So look at this now. This is beautiful. This is for the event, right? So if you're pitching, you want to do something really striking. Second thing is, I saw a lot of photographers that did not put any of their iconic works in the decks, right? You can't be saying, okay, I have a studio, come fund my studio, and then I don't even know what your job, looks like. I want to believe that you would have taken, I know a lot of photographers that would say, oh, my most iconic, my top 2, my top 3. As a matter of fact, I realized that some of the best, or so many photographers, for them, their most iconic images were the ones they took earlier on when they started.
Yes.
They will be telling you and be like, no, I think this is better. But then, they are seeing what we're not probably seeing. So we'd love to see more of that. Remember, by God's grace, your pitch is not going to end here. You're going to pitch on global stages. So you want to go to those stages with as much energy as you can, even in the pitching itself. I was just going to ask why we had a chair for, the participants initially. But then I saw, I think from the third or fourth person, dimension changed. I think part of pitching and presentation, standing really, really helps, because when you sit, the vocal cords, the posture, everything relaxes as well. And then it looks like you're just here to gist, right? So different things that I know that we'll still get to talk about in the, session, the master class. But overall, thank you and well done.
Put hands together for Shulakba Kimpelu, CEO of Harvest. I don't know if you were all present for a session. She talked on pitching and presentation skills. If you were there, probably you would have made some of the mistakes you made here. But sincerely, you all guys did well. So, hi, Collins. Yeah, I know. I called Mona Lisa the first lady, so I'll call you the first man in this judge group. We want your final feedback. Let's keep it at 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Can you hear me? Okay. Hi. Well done, everyone. Thank you for taking time to share your work with us. First thought is, I wasn't impressed with anyone's pitch deck. Nobody. And maybe because I see a lot of pitch decks, so I have a relatively high expectation as to what I want to see. For some, I think there were a few that didn't even have pitch decks. I think that's a no-no to start with. You should always have something that communicates clearly what you're doing and what the goal is. But some pitch decks were okay, but not just great. Yeah. So I think that everyone should go find out what makes a good pitch deck and learn to build one. It won't take a lot. Canva is a great resource for that. The second thing I want to say is many of you didn't make strong business cases, right? It was a lot of, I don't know if this is the right word, kumbaya, or we're trying to do this. I get that, but like, why is this a good business today? And why is it going to generate the returns that investors will be excited about? Because of time, my last point is, please, if you're coming to pitch, except it is told to you that these are grant investors, it is not great that you're coming to ask for grants. All right. Yeah, it might be an option that you have at the back of your mind, but you should be willing to give up something for the money that you're asking for, right? So, well, equity or debt or revenue share, something. All right. So you might want to explore those other channels to show that you're willing to give up grants like, oh, I just want your free money, just dash me some money. Yeah. It's not the best case for you generally. Thanks.
Put it together for Collins Gilbert, an associate at Ventures Platform. They say there's no free money even in Freetown. And he just made sure. Okay, so we'll have Aderika show. What do you have to say for it? Like you don't like to like stress, you don't like to talk. All right, 2 to 3 minutes, ma.
Okay, honestly, Collins aired all of my thoughts, every single thing, like every single thing. But I would hop again on what I talked about during the presentations. First, if I go there, I'd like to say thank you to everyone. It's not very easy to stand before people. Trust me, I'm sure you guys have had a lot of what's called now psyching yourself up. Oh, I'm coming to speak here. So trust me, being there, done that. It's not very easy, but once you get there and you know what you're coming to do, trust me, it flows effortlessly.
Yeah.
But of course, I would ring. I'm really ring on. I mean, some of the things Collins has mentioned mentioned, but particularly your deck. It has to give what it should give. Let me use your lingo. It should give. It shouldn't. I shouldn't be asking myself, oh, what is he talking about? Or what does he want? Your piece should tell me right off the bat what exactly you want me to see, what you're to hear. Even what you're not saying, your deck should say that. And of course, the numbers do not lie. And I start to be corrected. I think, and it's not what's the word now? It's not an insult, if because I can't find a word here, but we're not particular about numbers. But I'd say grant or as an investment, nobody will give you a dime if they don't they can't see the income stream. It won't work. So as a creative, it may not be your line, but this may be the time for you to go look out for someone in the finance space who would help you, who would tie everything in your head, who would bring it out and show your audience, the return, the income, or whatever it is. So please pay attention. Be very, we're the character. Come here, speak. Be very eloquent and be very, very clear. And trust me, I wish you all the best. It's not very easy to come sell an idea. I've been asking myself, God, I didn't know that there was money in this thing, but now I can see it. Okay, well, maybe I'll go and learn how to be a photographer also. Who knows? So please, well done, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Putting together, Aderika show, fund manager at Utica Cap. The last but not the least. Finn, what do you have to say? What do you want to tell us?
I think everyone has said
No.
most of the points. But something I would say is for creative businesses, because they are SME-like, most of you already earn some revenue. So again, back to the grant thing, it's difficult to not want to give you commercially driven kind of money. You need to always look at it with that lens, that it needs to be commercially driven. And then the second thing I would say is that the maths needs to be clear. For example, if you want to set up a creative hub, you want the content creators to come in there and use. You need to be able to, again, for a 2-bedroom, you need to be able to know that maybe 3 or 4 activities can happen per day, right? Realistically. And then maybe in the location, it needs to be at least maybe 10K given the location. Just again, doing the maths down to the T is very important. If you are not able to, again, say in 3 years or in 4 years, we break even, then it's really all just passion. And again, we want to be able to move the ecosystem from passion to actual numbers, actual data, actual commercially driven motivations that bring investors in. Today, investors are still trying to understand how the business model works, right? Whether they want to give debt, whether it's a revenue share that makes sense. If you give equity, does it even make sense? So is it just a one-off, right? It's just one hit show, one movie is a hit, and that's the end. So it's important that we start to see it as sustainable, recurring revenue that you want to generate from the business. Thank you. Well, well done to everyone. Thank you so much.
Three hands together for freeing Oguleshi, right? Of Regastone Capital. So just before we call Mr. Kola, the convener of the Business of Photography Conference, Collins has something to tell us.
Yeah, just
all right?
to add a point.
Yes, sir.
Alongside building a great pitch deck, I think the more important thing to do as well is learn to pitch.
Yes.
All right? You should learn to pitch. I don't know how else to explain that, but you should learn to pitch. And it's, if you can learn photography and all those other things from YouTube, you can learn how to pitch from YouTube, all right, and other resources that exist. How do you, create a flow that carries your audience from start to finish, and they understand everything that you've said? I usually say whenever I talk about pitching, if after you're done talking, people are asking you, so what exactly are you doing? It shows that you've not done your job, right? So please go learn to pitch, every single one. You can do better. Some of you were good, some of you not so much, but you can all do better. Thank you.
Wow. Like I said, I'm hoping you all get money, but even if you don't, one important thing is that this information, you take it in, assimilate it, and you run with it. So Business of Photography Conference, power packed, value packed. It was amazing from day one down to the last day. So can we put our hands together as we welcome Mr. Oh, all right. Let me stop for a moment. All right. Hope we're good. So one thing I know we might not do today, or we are going to do today that we didn't do it, that we have been doing the other days, is networking. I've been so everywhere. And another thing I like to do is to put light music. So after Mr. Kola is done, you put light music, something that people can just chill because everywhere has been tensed up. So just before Mr. Kola comes up, I'd like you to look at your neighbor, say hi, good afternoon. Your dress looks lovely. I'll say this, Miss Sholakwe, I love your hair. Shake it for me. Yeah. The hair is amazing. I'm looking at the hair all day. Look at your neighbor. Say, my name is Leon. I'm an MC. This is what I do. I'm a photographer. I'm a content creator. You are looking at me. Look at your neighbor. You have talked to everybody. Say hi to the judges. They might give you a grant. Maybe they don't want to give them a grant, but you might get a grant. All right. Can we put hands together to welcome Mr. Kola, the convener? If I shout convener, you say power. Convener! Convener! Thank you so much, sir. All right, the mic. Okay. All right. Okay, is that good?
Yes.
All right, sir.
What do I say?
Everything, sir.
So officially, we've come to the end of the Business of Photography Conference 2025. Go easy from Monday to Friday. Wake up every morning panicking. What are we here to do? What have we not done right? And I think the first thing I want to say is thank you to. They are not juries, they are not judges. They are investors. Some of you coming here looking for grants. I don't know who told you to come and dash free money here. These are people who have brought their money to put in your business to make money for you and for them. That's why they came. So I want to say thank you so much. and we're very grateful. Not just as business of photography, but as community of creative, community of photographers represented here, those who are watching online as well. Um, it's been difficult getting investment into the photography ecosystem in Nigeria for so many reasons, which is one of the reasons why we do the conference. One of those reasons is that fund managers, VCs, they don't understand the industry. They don't understand the numbers. Their understanding of the industry is one guy that takes pictures. And they want to ask, why should I invest in one guy that they are calling to come and take picture? What if they don't call him tomorrow? Where's my money going to go into? But I'm happy that, you've also seen that there are other paths to the whole value chain. This doesn't even represent it enough, but this is just a tip of what's possible within the photography ecosystem. And so we're very grateful. We say thank you for your time. You take a capital. Yes. We say thank you. Regal Stone Capital. Ms. Finn, we say thank you. Harvest, we say thank you. Mr. Gilbert, we also say thank you to him. And it's very important that we tell you how grateful we are, that you're coming. And we know this is the beginning of so many things to come. Now that you've seen who we are, now that you understand a little, now that we've all learned, what you need to put in place if you're actually coming to pitch or if you're coming to, have investors sit to ask for money. Now that we know, now that, the people here know as well, we say we're going to take this home and we're going to build better, and possibly we're going to come back and invite you. And by the time you're hearing our pitch and seeing our pitch deck, you'll be like, we are take $2-3 million first, then we'll come back, to discuss. So we're very grateful. The Art of Enterprise is a theme for this year. Since 2018, when we started Business of Photography Conference, one thing has been primary on our mind is how do we develop the industry? How do we make creatives begin to see business as important? How do we turn passion into profitable venture? I mean, it's exciting when someone is saying, they make 15 million a year, 10 million a year. But I know there are still photographers that make about 1 billion a year in this country. There are those that make about 2 billion in this country. But it shows that we have an ecosystem that is evolving, that is growing, that has potentials for investment and has potential for scale, which is why we theme this year the Art of Enterprise, so that people can see. And what we've done in the last few days, from the cocktail reception that puts industry people in the same room as investors, to the main conversation that happened on stage, to curated conversation, to the master classes we had yesterday, targeting different areas of business, not just photography. We can learn photography. I mean, you can see there's no university of the arts in Nigeria, but we have so many photographers that are working, videographers that are working, which means there's somewhere they're learning. But however, how do we scale it up? Which is why we've picked that area to deal with. We're not saying other things, other conferences don't come up, they do, but ours is focused on that. And that's what we've been doing. Now, while we wrap this up and we say we'll meet in 2026, I want us to take something away. See, we begin to look at the business side of art. It will just be an hobby. Don't forget, everybody is born a creative. It is societal education that forms and shapes us into different professions. So if you do not nurture your creativity and turn that passion into profit, it will be a hobby that when hunger comes and hunger strikes, it will go away with the wind. Because when there is hunger, creativity will try to go to sleep. So I'll say thank you so much. our investors. Thank you so much to those who pitched. Thank you to everybody that is here. Thank you to the BOP team. I think we should give the BOP team a round of applause. Most importantly, I will have called Debbie that has been speaking to quite a lot of people, the brother that will send you mail, call you like she's hounding you. I'll have called her to tell her well done and thank you. But if I call her now, she'll come here and her head will swear. But let's clap for Deborah. She's been phenomenal, working day and night, with other team members, Ibukun, who else can I remember? Every other person, those that are not even here that have worked, the team at YD, who are communications team, the team at Wow Connect, the MC you see, that's not his 9 to 5, he works with this, but he's a jack of plenty trade and a master of so many. The fantastic team at Wow Connect, the team at I keep forgetting the name of our production company that has been here since Monday, led by Mr. Wakil. Tell them yourself. Okay, MRT. They've been fantastic as well, ensuring that we're here. Another person I would not take away from is Mr. Dayo Adedayo. It's interesting to see a man like him, who is a photographer, by the way. So this place you see, you have now, he's not here. I will have let him sell this place because he sells it like a marketer. It's going to be Nigeria's first all total photography experience space. That's what this place is. So from history of photography to analog photography to digital photography to exhibitions. It promises this place to be free for photographers to run exhibitions around the year, trainings to be happening here around the year. It's going to give everything free to photographers. He's one of those people I see who is extremely passionate about the industry in how much he gives, supports courses that has to do with photography. And we should not forget the African Creative Market, one of our biggest partners. They are currently at Landmark, wrapping up the event today as well. They started on Tuesday, we started on Monday, but that's one of our biggest partners who have, gone out of their way to make sure they bring the whole subsectors of the creative economy into one room, to have conversations and deliberations and all of that. So let's give it up for African Creative Market. We want to also take away from our fantastic partners who came on board this year, Ulanzi, for those who have been collecting giveaways, free lights, free microphones, free this, free that. Ulanzi and camera joints have been, phenomenal in distributing that this year. And there's still more to win online, though. I don't think there's a competition that's going on online. They've not even given people, there's big lights like that, very expensive light that they're giving. So please go online and let's make sure we win all of this. We also give it to Saint Remy for those who came for the cocktail and were too high after everything. That was Saint Remy doing the magic, but it's been wonderful to every older photographer, Maugasa, Mr. Yang, Mr. Ade Plumter, thank you so much, sir. Mr. Toby TCD, the fine boy that takes all the drone shots of Lagos and you're seeing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody. To my brother, my chairman, Mr. Chida, very calm, easy man. We wave you, sir. He didn't see about the pitch. He had like fantastic ideas to come and pitch for almost about $15 million. That's what he said he's looking for. So, but they are here to talk to you, my God. Stop laughing. These ones are big funds that you are looking at here. They are ready to take care of you. Just promise them, ROI every year of about 15% or 18. You will never remain the same with them. So thank you very much to everybody. Mr. Gilbert, please. Thank you so much. I mean, it's interesting. If let me say this, except for Ms. Sholakbe, they want to leave. Stay with me. Except for Ms. Sholakbe that I've met, proud to now. None of these people seated here have I met physically. We got on the phone. They heard my own pitch. I pitch the photography industry to them. And I remember Mr. Gilbert saying, okay, well, are you sure? I said, trust me, we are ready for you. I want to say thank you so much. Because I don't care. I know you heard this like yesterday, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to be here. And that's how we amazing these people are. Miss Finn here, this she had a meeting. Oh, she literally left time for and said, you know what, I will come here. Thank you. Please let's give them another round of see. It's not easy. We know those who are not interested, we know those who love us, and we just say thank you to everyone. And on this note, I say see you all in 2026.
Thank you so much. So we're going to play light music. Please, before you go, network with people, some persons in these rooms. All right, we need pictures. Lastly, please, we need pictures. We need pictures. So we'll just take a picture. Everyone, right? First of all, let's start with the participants. You guys should come. You guys should come. So judges, Mr. Caller, participants. Then we'll then do pictures with everybody. So DJ, give us some little music. But most importantly, please make sure you are networking. Some persons in this room, you might not have the opportunity to see them much or get to see them again, or it might take a little while. So please make sure you are networking. All right. Okay. You want this table out? The TV. Does it do anything? No, it doesn't. You need to move the TV out. Why? Is there a need? Mr. Collins, you are in front. You're in front. Please, okay. Can you guys move the TV quickly? Our judges need to. All right. The judges, Mr. Collins, I'd like you to be in the middle. Photographer, arrange everyone. Participants behind them. It's me. Thank you. All right, surround them. Surround them. Okay. Come on, why are you so? There's space here, right? Some people should come here. All right. DJ, some Afro beats now. Careful, careful. Okay. All right, this looks amazing. All right, photographer, is that good? Debbie? Okay, all right. All right. Big smile, big smiles, big smiles. Money is coming. All right, all right. So please don't go, don't go, don't go. Lastly, so everybody join them. So like it's been our culture here. We just have everybody join the picture. Quickly, quickly, let's go. Don't be shy. Are you shy? Don't be shy. Please join the picture. Join the picture. Thank you for coming for You really want this party to start? All right, the judges need to take a picture here, or they just need to. All right, please, just the judges. Please, it's just to create an experience. Sorry for the stress. Just the judges. They should be seated, right? All right, DJ, give us some sound. Investors. I'm sorry. You know, when they sit down on this table, I'm just seeing Nigerian Idol. So investors, please, we love you. The party started. Hey, We're outside today. BOP 2025. We're about to have a small All right, thank you so much, investors. We appreciate and we send our blessings and our regards. So the after party is about to start. Please make sure you're networking. Make sure you're talking to someone. Don't just leave without saying hi, without saying, here's what I do, here's my Instagram account. You know, I met a lot of folks yesterday from Port Harcourt, Abuja. Yes, I know. I think Olobo Hamza is from Abuja. We have someone from Shaibu, my guy, Abuja. We have someone from Ogun State. We have people from Port Harcourt. I think Michael is from Port Harcourt. So please make sure you're saying hi, exchange contact, and like what we learned the first day, collaboration. DJ, give us something to work with.